What's going on tonight, guys? All right, a little fun tonight. I got some in studio people sitting over here next to me. Special guest. It's gonna be a good time. Someone's telling you, dude, don't suck. So we're gonna see what happens tonight. All right. So as always, thank you to we're presented by Arlo Revolution. He put together a really cool video that we showed tonight. I hope you guys are able to see it. I do have kind of small black eyes still from my 3-year-old on Christmas Eve, so sorry about that. But thanks again to Art on a Higher Wire and Janet Sloth Creative for our sponsoring us tonight. And we're excited. I mean, we're off for a week, and now we're back and can't wait. So hope everybody can hear all right, and everything's going good tonight. I see the chat's up running, so that's always good. That must be a brother.
There's a strong chance of that.
Thanks, Gino.
I'm not going to confirm that.
All right. So
not now.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a great Christmas out there, and it was a good one over here. Quiet, like always. I like it being quiet, other when Coke cans are opening next to me. So, but yeah, we have a lot of good times going on. I got to start digging into Choir Secret Santa the next couple of days, so I hope hopefully everybody had their gifts, got them, and I got mine still sitting over here. I'm going to try to open tonight or tomorrow. I promise. This has been crazy busy. I'm going to have our 2020 schedule posted this week. We'll start posting dates tomorrow, and it's gonna be fun. I got some good ones coming up, and I can't wait for that. But yeah, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and get to the night show and have some fun. Let's see. You guys ready?
I think so.
All right, I'm gonna bring you Trevor and Joey from the band Chief. We'll call
What's
it
up?
Chief or Saddlebrook or whatever.
Or both.
It's a little bit of all of that.
A little bit of all of that, huh?
What's happening, Aaron?
Not much, dude. What are you guys up to?
Oh, we're drinking cocktails at your table.
Yeah, thank you. Out of these awesome
Monday.
Chief cups. Cheers.
Thank you for joining us, Joey and Trevor. Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
So, Joey was a last minute surprise, but today's your birthday.
It is.
It's the birthday
It
show.
is my birthday.
The birthday
Yeah.
show. Are you gonna get down into your birthday suit later, or no?
I don't know what that means.
What exactly is that? Your
Yeah,
thing?
we're not. No, we don't want to.
There's a vest. There's some pants.
You want to say no?
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Definitely not.
Incriminating. No comment.
Maybe after a few more of these.
3 more of these.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few more of those, huh?
By the way, Aaron, this is an awesome podcast, and thanks for having us.
Oh,
on,
no
man.
problem. I mean, like everybody that I kind of led up to, they always had a reason to who I was going to bring on, and you were one of the first ones I wanted to bring on just for what you guys are doing. I mean, we're going to get into kind of what you guys created a few years back, but I kind of want to start with. I mean, let's ask you guys where did your Eric Church passion come from? Like, I mean, where did you first hear of Eric?
Want me to take that?
Sure.
I guess the first time I heard him, I was just getting out of the military and always been a big fan of country. I just started listening to him. The first song I heard was 2 Pink Lines, and it kind of hooked me. Once we started the band, and I'm sure we'll get into all how that happened, but we started playing these cover shows and playing church songs. And every time we do a church song, people would just, we need more. We want drink in my hand. We want to smoke a little smoke. So we just kept playing them. And it was something that never gets old, man. It's good music to play.
What was your first church show?
My first church show was with, oh, you have it up. That's my friend Lori. She took me to my first church show. That was at the BMO.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bradley Center in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
That was probably, what was that? No, that was
2012, October.
where was that?
That
that was the joint he was doing there, right? Or what was that? He did the
that was like a VIP experience.
It was probably the Outsiders tour, I think.
No, that was
on the
that was
Outsiders.
I think it was
Chief
before
tour.
that.
Really?
I'm not sure.
Young and Wild? No, not Young and
I
Wild.
think Lori's
Let's
on
Win
here.
Beers? Yeah, probably Let's Win Beers then. That was before Outsiders.
Wow.
Yeah, it was before Outsiders.
Wow.
Yeah, but that was for my first time, and then being in this VIP experience where you're sitting there probably like an hour before the show starts, and he comes out and plays Chevy Van, blew me away.
Nice.
I'm standing like 2 feet from it. It was insane. So Lori, if you're watching this, there she is. The Blood,
Great
Sweat, and
pick.
Beers tour. That's right.
That's cool. That's a cool picture.
I went to that show and didn't even know the name of the tour.
You were at the same. So that was was that your first show too?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So you guys already playing before that in a band together?
Yeah.
So you guys already met. So how did you guys meet then?
Well,
What year was it?
2010.
A Craigslist stalker or something?
Yeah, 2010. I was the Craigslist stalker. This guy had a band, and I was jerking around with the rants and raves and misconnections tab on Craigslist, like at 1 a.m. Not much has changed.
Well, you were in a band prior too, right?
I was in a couple, but it was like there was like loose projects, and I'm like, I'd come back from South by Southwest, drove through the country, listened to country music all the way home, just kind of what was happening in the music market. There was like a lot of rap, a lot of country, a lot of Christian rock, and I'm like, all right, if I'm going to join a different group, I'm going to go into something that I can obviously be more adaptable to. So I'm like, I looked on Craigslist, and there was just a ton of people looking for lead guitar players for country bands. I'm like, are you kidding me? So long story short, the audition process, I hadn't auditioned ever, and so I go to several auditions that were just whack, another time, another day. And then I walked into the Saddlebrook audition prepared. And
so how long were you in Saddlebrook prior to Joey walking in? Or how long did you have Saddlebrook before that?
Let's see. It started in 2000 and late 2008, 2009. And it took a year and change. Just went through some member changes, and along came Joey. And then we had this idea on our way down to Nashville on one of our random Nashville trips, and to do an Eric Church tribute. So
how long were you guys together before you guys decided to do the church tribute?
About 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, we'd kicked the idea around for a couple of years. I mean, we leave Milwaukee 11 p.m., 12 a.m. We shoot a lot of ideas around, especially in that fun state of Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Drive.
So
65 South?
Oh, yeah.
I actually think the idea came as we were going through the windmill farm.
Oh, yeah.
We always check into.
Yeah, I-65 at Windmill Farm. You always got to do that.
That's the inspiration starts.
That is definitely for sure. Let's see. All right. Well, that's cool. So where was this picture taken? Was it Kentucky?
Which guy here? Oh, right there?
That looks like yeah, that's Kentucky.
Oh, look, you got somebody else on their birthday.
Who's that?
Jennifer. She hasn't missed tonight because her birthday. It's Joey's birthday tonight too.
Oh,
so
happy birthday, Jennifer.
I'm going to pass off all the birthday wishes. You can take the birthday off of me, all to you. Have it. I'm done with those birthdays. Done.
Was this random spot in Kentucky somewhere?
I think it was. I think that's one of the first times I saw Saddlebrook on something that wasn't our name on our shirt or something.
That's
so it was pretty cool.
That's cool. So your first Chief show, that was at what, Rave?
No, that was Joe's bar.
Yeah, it was Joe's.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. That was, what year was that in? I keep asking Joey because he's this I'm
the weirdo with the dates.
Yeah, that's what it is. So Joey, what was the exact date?
It was January 18th, 2014.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it was awesome. It was it was a shot in the dark to get a hold of Joe's and see if we could do the show there.
Mm-hmm.
And they were very gracious in letting us do it and helping us out. And I mean, they're big church fans. Obviously, Eric kind of got us start there,
Was it? Yeah,
part of it.
January 18th. There you go.
There you go. There's the little graphic I made on my phone.
So how fast did you have to take that down?
Not at all.
No, it's still up, I think.
Well, that looks like it's like he had an old shot glass set. It looks like it's straight off.
It might be.
Oh, yeah.
That's why. Yeah, we can't.
I see a candle. I see a candle.
It's coming down right now.
Yeah, right. I was saying, did you have to get that thing? Yeah, look at this, Louisville. There is a possibility of a Louisville show.
Oh, we would do
That would be awesome.
I just need to stay off the mechanical bulls there.
Yeah, go for the
Did
real
you break
bulls.
your arm or your wrist or thumb? What was it?
Tore my ligament, my right thumb.
Your thumb.
Go for, you know what? Go for
I was
the actual,
sober too. I was stone cold sober on that.
Sad.
What you're trying to say is you need an actual bull. Way more safe.
I might be all right on an actual bull. We'll have to see about that.
Oh, you're pulling all sorts of pictures.
I'm telling you, man. I went to the vault and got some. So your first show, I'm trying to think.
That's
was
at
I
the
at
Sly Fox.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's Sly Fox.
Actually, I couldn't tell you where it is.
Where is that? There's a wagon wheel on there.
That's Joe's drum.
Joe Miller.
Yeah, that's Joe's
Oh,
drum. That's
shout
either
out to
Sly
Joe
Fox
Miller.
or Red Rock.
Back in the day. Is that one of the older photos?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
right in the beginning.
That's
Nice.
a wall. That, you know what? For me, that's a Walmart T-shirt. So it's definitely. I need a shirt for tonight and some
Still.
noodles.
I'm telling you, I was
Graduated
going
at
through
Kohl's.
some photos. This one. Trevor's looking over here. He's like, "What else do you have in the vault?"
Yeah,
There, dude?
I'm just looking at pictures here. Oh, that's nice.
Where was this one from?
No clue. No clue. In the beginning years of Saddlebrook, there was a lot of drinking. So
There still is.
There still
might
is,
be.
he says.
There might be.
So,
I don't know.
going on, you guys started with Chief. You said it was just a random idea.
Yeah.
Do you think that's gonna be something you want to kind of pursue more than Saddlebrook eventually, or how do you want to go about that? You still want to do it 50-50, or
Well, I think the whole point of the church tribute was for us to be able to play these songs, kind of like the record, to be able to go in and bring people together. That obviously Eric Church can't be everywhere at once, and it's awesome that we can bring a lot of the choir together. We can bring random people in that wouldn't have gone to see a show. They went to a $5 show at Joe's, and now they're saying, "Man, I'm an Eric Church fan. This is awesome."
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I think we'll keep doing shows. It's fun to do. It's fun to travel. I mean, we've been to where have we gone with this?
During the last year alone,
you guys were Virginia, Canada.
We just went to Virginia,
Denver, Iowa.
Grizzly Rose.
Yeah.
I mean, that place is awesome.
Well, that's the other thing is like we're getting into some of the venues that he played when he was coming through the so-called circuit,
Right.
I mean, and it's got that same feel. You never know what you're going to do or what you're going to see or who you're going to meet along the way, whether they're old church fans or whatever. I mean,
they're everywhere, man. You choirs everywhere.
That's the
everywhere.
That's
everywhere.
The
We
thing.
legit, when we're in Virginia, we were playing for the 50 Tiki Foundation, which shout out to those guys. I know they're probably watching. These guys, there were people that came to the show where they had the tattoos, and I mean, I'm sure you've got your tattoos are awesome, man.
Yeah.
But we met. Forgive me for not remembering her name, but she has a tattoo
I remember
on
that.
her
Remember that?
on her shoulder blade.
Yep.
It's just Church's face.
You
It's big. I think she's
I'm so bad with. Yeah, if I saw a picture, probably.
I remember.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened? No, I'm so bad with names at times. It's not even
It's
funny.
awesome that they come out. They come out, and it's cool to meet all sorts of different fans.
I'm going through these pictures to see what all we got. So this one, I dug this one out. I actually got this hanging up in my garage. I think this is like one of the first shows I ever really ran after I first met you guys. I had you guys play this
Jingle
little
Jam.
thing. Yeah. That was like
Kenosha.
the best like
That was fun.
Wisconsin bands all came together
That was
for
fun.
Toys for Tots night. This was, I don't even remember how long ago this was, but it was a fun little event we did.
One.
I think it was
That
like
was
8.
who else was Evan part of that?
Oh, there was, I don't know, dude. It was
Bella Kane.
Bella Kane, Matt Meyer, Brian Daniels.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh God, I don't even know. But I think Billy Gardner was there.
Yep.
I'm trying to read the
Yeah.
flyer.
All them boys.
Everyone was playing at the same time too. There
Yep.
was like 3 different bands going.
Yep.
Yeah.
We try to keep it a flow and people could kind of pick and choose where they want to go. If somebody doesn't want to listen to this band, they could go downstairs or whatever and listen
Right.
to the other band, and
Right.
it was kind of fun.
The party was downstairs.
So after the Joe's show, your second show for the Chief show, that was at the rave.
Oh,
That was at the rave. That was in the basement of the rave.
That was this
Milwaukee.
Where did it go? I just deleted that. That was this show.
Absolutely.
Tribute.
That was it. Was that the same year?
April 18th. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an experience.
That was
Because we had no clue. Going to Joe's, it's in Chicago.
Did you sell out Joe's the first time?
We did.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought the very first one you sold
How
out.
crazy is that? But the funny thing is too is that he did with the Outsiders right after that
2 weeks later.
So yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
played Joe's a couple weeks later. So it was cool that we were able to sell it out, and obviously it was sold out for that, and I was there for that too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe that picture was one of those, but I think that was a Country Thunder picture or something.
Right there.
That's at the rave.
That's at the rave.
That's at the rave.
Was that the night you guys played it? So that is the night.
No,
No,
this is a
No,
different
that's
show.
that's
I think-
upstairs,
Yeah.
right? Is that the ballroom?
This is a Chris Lane show.
Oh, okay.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
See, I thought I had a
How cool
picture.
is that place, man?
Oh, it's amazing because you guys did the pictures. They have like what they call the haunted pool.
Oh yeah.
So you guys did the pictures down in the haunted pool, and I
Mhm.
brought Church's guitar, and you guys did all that for the meet and greet pictures. I thought I had a There's a Joe's picture. Let me look through these photos real quick.
I worked at the rave for a number of years, so I was down in that pool quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
It was it's a fun spot to show people.
I think that was all these pictures are from your last show.
There's Canada right there.
Yeah, I got Canada pulled up.
Canada. There
So
was a city called Canada.
how was Canada?
Incredible.
I mean,
It was awesome.
did you have a good crowd? Like, where'd you guys play
a
up
great
there?
crowd.
Let's talk about that before we go into the rave.
It was a festival. It was Carp Fest in
Ottawa.
Ottawa. And it was right after a tornado came through and just wrecked havoc.
Yeah.
So like the town was coming together. We gave up one of our rooms because someone was
That's right.
their house was
That's
was
right.
out. So we gave them a room and
Oh wow!
Well, we fly in from New York, and the airport. I'm like, is anybody here? Because it was real Saturday.
Yeah,
like,
it was
Saturday
weird.
morning, real quiet.
Real quiet.
And I'm like, what's changed? What is this for real? Like, what's going on? They're like, it was just a tornado hit like last night. We were going to go to rent a car, no cars. It was surreal, but it ended up being extremely cool, and the whole thing was awesome. That's a hockey rink.
I want to say,
we
how
played a hockey
ironic,
rink. Yeah.
Yep.
how ironic is it that you would go and play Canada and they'd put you in the middle of a hockey rink?
Oh, it's perfect.
Awesome experience.
Yeah.
Pretty damn cool though.
Right?
And our stage crew was very French,
That's right.
very French.
I was like, oh, that's right.
Not
That's
like not like what you see, typical like just over the border Canada, like
Yeah,
very French things.
that is awesome. So it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that was
It's taking you guys. I mean, I know you guys went out to Grizzly Rose too. You talked about playing out there.
Yeah, which
Here's
was awesome
one of
because
the
we
shots from
played
Joe's.
the night before we played Friday, and then we went to church
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Oh, that
Which
was
was
Then Luke Combs, wasn't it Luke Combs at Red Rocks
And on
Sunday?
Yeah.
that was
So what a weekend. I think that picture is that's our first time at Joe's.
that is
So that was the January show
Yep.
that
at
is
Joe's. Okay.
Yeah.
That was just, how cool is it to walk in there and sell that out
Insane.
and just bring that show back to what it used to be. I mean, back there.
The day of the show, we were, in contact with the bar talking about how the sales were going. And they just kept going up and up and up. And the day of, they were like, guys, we sold it out. And then so they released.
So it was
like
a day of sale.
Yeah, and then they released another 100 tickets, and then those sold out. So it was very surreal. It was it was a bucket list just to play at Joe's.
Yep.
Let
Well, there it
alone
is.
Was that the
come in
first
there.
show?
yeah.
All
It
right.
was
Yeah.
So who all your lineup that night?
the lineup.
We've got
Mr. David Shepke in the
Yeah.
back.
drummer, killer. We got Randy Combrack with the plaid shirt. We got Eric Kaplan Nestor, who's hanging out real close to me. We have our guy Jeremy. He's in Saddlebrook with us,
Yeah.
and then we have Courtney Miller. I actually don't know her last name because her Facebook thing is just Courtney, so
Yeah.
she's kind of like Madonna, right?
Raises up.
So she's
So she's in another local band too.
she's in
right?
Backcountry
Yeah,
Roads.
Backcountry Roads, yeah.
Yeah.
And she just had a baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'm friends with her on Facebook. I think I saw that.
Yeah.
So, but she came out in the Cubs jersey, right, that night too.
Yeah.
And you guys did Sweet Home Chicago.
She
Yeah.
did.
Oh, I remember that. That was a good one.
Yeah, she's a
that's a
killer
good one.
vocalist. Awesome on
I wish I would have
stage.
video of that. I don't know if I have video of that one. I pulled a couple of your
You got
guys'
videos,
videos. I pulled a couple of videos, but I don't know what all I got in the way of videos.
Yeah, she came out wearing the shades and the
Yeah, she gets it.
kind of like you did at the Ray. Well, I try to pull up Shriver on stage anytime he's at a show just to do a shot with me, or during Jack Daniels, I'll have him drink with me.
Yeah.
Which we were talking about the rave show.
Yeah, right.
So-
No, well, we used to. I mean, back in the day, I used to do a thing. Whenever I came and saw you guys, I'd always request. I probably was always 3 sheets to win by then, but I request you guys play Jack. But I always request in shots.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, hey, just let me drunk sing in a mic for a minute.
I still think one of the best one of those was at Country Thunder for the 10-year for Sinners,
Oh yeah.
because we had the crew up there.
Yeah, it was Tony, Corey.
So great.
That video is still
It's a great
servicing. I
video.
saw that.
It is up
but
there.
Let's go ahead. You want me to throw that video up?
You have
Have
the,
to
uh,
see.
the rave.
Yeah, go ahead. You go
Which
ahead
one?
and you go ahead and talk about Jack Daniels at the rave real quick.
Jack Daniels at the rave. This was right before your son was born.
It was my last night out. If I remember right.
Yeah. So
Let's
it was
see.
his last night, and he came out to the rave, and he was like, "Dude, I'm gonna tie one on tonight."
Oh, here we
And
go.
he did.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, here's what's funny. I didn't know it was a last hurrah for you for that on that level. I was like, he's just getting down on a Friday, and whatever. Take my mic.
So
Take the
actually,
guitar.
our sponsor, or the guy who presents the show, my buddy Luke Hardy, who's with Arlo Revolution, his brother's Tony, Big Tony,
Big
and
Tony. Shout out to Big
so
Tony.
we came out to the show that night, and I know we were drinking. I remember we had to take Cabot to the casino for like 5 hours just so we could sober up to go get the car and go home.
Perfect.
So good thing this casino is 24 hours, so that was always good. But yeah, so I mean, it was the last night. It was my last night out. So it was kind of like my, what do they call it? Your dad's night out or a bachelor party or whatever they call it. I don't know.
Don't have kids. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So it was one of my last nights out, and I just went out, and Tony. That was right when Jack Fire was released.
Oh yeah.
And it was right around the time Fireball
Right.
was like the big thing,
Yep.
and then Jack Daniels drops Jack Fire down, and so now Jack Fire's out, and the only place you could get Jack Fire was in Tennessee.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Tony
Yeah.
drove up because he was living in Nashville, so he drove up
That's
from
right.
Nashville, and he had a bottle of Jack Fire, and it was sitting back by the drum riser, and it only had
How convenient.
was it the neck was probably gone, and I was up there singing Jack Daniels with you. I was like, yeah, let's go grab the bottle, but I was just going to sip it and hand it to you, but peer
Right.
pressure and.
It was pure pressure. It was, and I'm sorry for that, buddy, but it made for a great moment because I've never seen someone chug that much whiskey. And
Let's see.
That
you
was
survived.
wild.
Yeah, so there was
You
that.
survived.
that was wild.
It was almost a full fifth, but
You survived.
I did.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
So yeah.
And that was like halfway through the set, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about our bass player that night.
Same thing?
Jeremy, I love you.
Was Jeremy chugging that night too?
I think we were doing like sound check, and Jeremy, I think,
He had a rough week at work.
yeah, he had
Let's say that way.
I think he almost fell off the stage.
He did fall off.
He did fall off the stage.
Wasn't that show sold out too? Or
No.
almost?
It was
It was
almost.
packed.
It was close.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say that was packed,
which is crazy.
because I saw the Whalers down in the basement of the rave, and it was
Mhm.
like half that many people.
Holy shit.
And I think we saw Devin Dawson down there, half
Yeah.
that many people.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty good crowd. I
I mean,
thought.
you could
Okay.
see the crowd right there. It was
Repeat on Saturday. So we have one request for Saturday's show. Someone's got to do that.
No.
Oh.
No,
Are we calling out
Tyler.
Aaron right now?
No Tyler. Tyler can repeat.
Hey, Corey.
Tyler can repeat on set. Well, I don't know. Actually, Tyler owes me now. He owes me a drive home. Tyler and I have these things back and forth where we try to. We always owe one another. Just put it that
Okay.
way. There was one night we were at Blarney Island and he had to drive home, but then he returned the favor. I think when we saw you guys at Route 20 one night.
Mhm.
Yeah, we didn't make it too far from Route 20. We were next door at the restaurant and I was mopping up, but I was just smiling, whatever. So Tyler, we went and saw Tucker, and so yeah, just put it this way,
Get on.
Tyler owes me one now.
All right.
Yeah, there he goes.
And I owe Tyler for being in that video the other night.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome, man. Thank you.
Well,
for doing
speaking of that, you guys want to watch that real quick? I can put that up real quick. If you guys have not seen it, all over Facebook, but we ended up filming a promo for the show this Saturday night. So if you guys do not know, this Saturday night these guys are playing out at Joe's on Weed Street. So you're going back to the original.
Yes.
Let's see. I thought I had that video made out. Maybe I don't have it.
Joe's on Weed.
Yeah, so you guys are at Joe's on Weed this week.
Yep.
On Saturday night. And
tickets are still on sale.
Nice.
I think the promo just ended for the $5, but it's $10.
Yeah, $10. Or is it, or 12 at the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Saturday, 12 at the door, 10 right now. It was 5 for a while.
Yeah. That's good.
And there's a special going on. White Claws.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about this White Claw winner.
How awesome. All right.
Why not?
Are you a White Claw guy?
Dude, I went to Savaka got married in October.
Be careful.
Savaka got married in October, and we went to his wedding, and I made Jillian try a White Claw.
Mm-hmm.
And I sipped on it very lightly, and it wasn't bad.
What flavor?
All right.
Lime?
Yeah.
Green, maybe? Where are you?
Okay.
You guys digging on the White Claw or what?
They're $2.50.
All
At
we know
Joe's
is
Bar,
that they're cheap
Saturday.
this week.
They are. They're cheap.
So enjoy without thinking.
I'm good, man. I don't know if I'll be much of a drinker after the first of the year. No.
Are you
I
giving
wonder
it up?
why.
Are you giving something up for? Are you? What's your?
I'm just not much of a. I mean, every Tuesday I'll have a drink, but other than that, I
Mhm.
really don't drink much anymore. I mean, here and there I'll have a couple, but I'm not really. I don't know. Let's go this video up.
What's going to happen Saturday then?
I don't know. So this is your little promo.
Oh, here. Guys, you know it's legal after the first of the year.
Road rage? Left on red lights?
No, neither of those. Weed. Weed's gonna be illegal after the first of the year. To celebrate, I got us all tickets to Chief, an Eric Church tribute band.
Isn't that a Joe's in Chicago?
Joe's, man, on Weed Street.
And it's January 4. 20! The first 420!
That's right, guys. On January 4th, 2020, the first 420, there's going to be an Eric Church tribute show at Joe's Bar. You can get your tickets at joesbar.com.
So that was fun. I mean, we
That was
worked on
fun.
that last week. Really quick edit through it together and brought it on there. And that was fun. It was a fun little
We were
night.
looking for something to do, and we came up with the little idea of doing that 70s show. But
when you called me,
before,
we both had the same idea.
yeah,
Because I was telling you, I don't know if Sweet Caroline's watching tonight or if she's on. But I was telling Trevor back in the day, I don't know if anybody remembers, it's probably like 2006, 2007. It used to float around online. If anybody finds it, let me know. I had it. I lost it. I don't know if I ever could find it. But Eric did a CRS New Faces show. I want to say it was 2006. And the intro to the show was amazing. It was a video. And they had Mike Dugan from Capitol. It had Dierks Bentley. It had Trace Adkins. It had Church. And I forgot who else. But they were all going around the table. Same thing. There was a disco ball in the middle. And then at the very end, Eric grabs the camera or whatever, goes, "You all want to hear me play?" And then he goes into like a 15-minute, like probably one of the best performances I've ever heard him do, because it was like a 15-minute medley where he mixed his songs in with like his hero songs.
Mm-hmm.
So like he would start singing one of the coolest things. And if he ever does this again live, he does this song live, but if he ever mashes these two together, it's probably the coolest thing if you ever get to hear it. He did Night Moves into Two Pink Lines.
Fantastic.
But like he was just like talking about the woods got heavy, backseat, she was pacing, looking out, whatever, going right into me. And it's just like awesome the way they did it. But he did it with different songs. He would take like, and then he would talk about my dad grew me up on gospel. My dad grew me up on this, and he started singing this song. But then he would go into Sinners Like Me. He goes, then you could write songs about your friends. He would sing Guys Like Me, and like just different things. It was like a 15-minute medley, and it's out there somewhere. And if I ever could find it again, but it was cool. But it started with the whole thing, and then one of it was like a Willie vinyl, and they start playing Whiskey River, and it was just hilarious. When you called me and wanted to do a video, I was like, "This is what we got to do. We got to do." And you're like, "Yeah, 70s show for sure." I'm like, "Yes."
And what a better basement to do it in.
We were looking, but I mean, you really can't see. Yeah, we did over in the corner.
Yeah, Aaron was looking for like
a 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, he put out a Facebook blast asking for people with 70s style basements, and I mean, he went to 9 yards, man. So I
figured we could do a little bit more extra to it, but I was like, let's just do a quick 60-second promo and get it out there.
There was enough smoke in there where it didn't really matter what the background was.
Some of that smoke was edited in, but a lot of it was not.
A lot of it was not.
We had a smoke machine down there, and it just kind of blasted everywhere. It was kind of funny.
Aaron almost bit it over here a minute ago because it left a little residue.
So have you ever been around Halloween fog machines? They whenever they blow out, they kind of blow out the liquid too. Well, my tile floor down here is got a little liquid on it. That wasn't my socks. And what was that? Tom Cruise and Risky Business or whatever. He slides across the floor.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I was in my boxers, but I definitely slid across the floor. So yeah, and once again, we're live tonight with Trevor McCallister and Joey Carini from Chief. Joey is our special guest joining us tonight. It is his birthday, so I'm really glad that he was able to join us, join Trevor and I tonight with us. But I want to go back and talk to Trevor for a minute and bring up a couple things that I found about you that I did not know. So what I do when I do these shows, I bring up old pictures, and I never knew you tried out for American Idol. So you got to tell me this whole process and what you did.
Oh, the process. There wasn't much to it for me. You just stand in a long line all day long. I think that was in Milwaukee, that picture. I did it more for the experience.
Yeah.
I think it was fun to go hang out with a bunch of people who wanted to be on a TV show for singing, because when you go there, it's like a choir the whole time you're there. Everyone's getting up on chairs and singing. I went and tried out for The Voice, same thing. You go there and you meet all sorts of just really interesting people. So that's basically what it was. You stand in a long line, you get in front of someone. I think I went to one in Chicago, and
was that Chicago you're in?
Yeah, there was another one in Chicago I did, and the lady.
So this was Milwaukee
eating
here?
popcorn. No shit. She was like, "All right, next," and she was just like, "Okay." I was like, "Oh, thanks."
So this is like a producer.
I don't know what they. Yeah, I'm sure there was some kind of, yeah.
If they like you, then they move you to another area.
I think they move you on, and you go to a couple different levels, and whatever it is. I made it to the lady eating popcorn.
I had a buddy. He
Just
tried
didn't
out.
care.
He tried out for The Voice. I used to work with him at Uline. He actually made it to the show, and they came to the Uline and they videoed it all. But then he got to like the battle round where they had to go against two people. He got kicked out on there. But I mean, this guy should have won. Wow. He's an amazing singer. He's actually played down here at a couple of my Halloween parties before, and he moved out to California. He's doing some work out there now, and
awesome.
His name's John Martin, but he's doing great. And I mean, it was cool to see him get that far on a reality TV show.
Oh yeah,
you hear of everybody trying out all the time,
sure.
and to actually see somebody kind of get that far, and
it makes it fun to watch too.
Oh yeah. And then let's see, I gotta look at my notes here. Yeah, trying out for Idol, and we already did that one. But you were in the Air Force, and I didn't.
Yes,
I remember this every now and then, and I don't. So you gotta tell me, were you stationed? Like, how long were you in there for, and what'd you do, man?
I was in for 4 years. I was in the Air Force. I was a firefighter.
Oh, okay.
I was stationed in Tucson, Arizona, at Davis Monthan Air Force Base, and that picture you just showed was in Balad, Iraq, with some people I met there.
So how long were you in Iraq for?
I was there for a few months.
Was it a few months?
Yeah, just a few months.
I'm just doing fire. So being a firefighter in the Air Force, are you just kind of on standby, or
a lot of the time? Yeah.
Did you ever get called in?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the word? Can you talk about it or no? Is it kind of a
talk
thing?
about it?
Or no, I'm not saying do you talk about it, or is it kind of a time you just kind of?
Oh no, man! I
know some people get out and they talk about
sure.
PTSD and stuff like that. I mean, is this something that you experienced this, or I mean, is this something that you've gone down?
I didn't have PTSD, or I had an experience of my own over there, which was I had a great time. I was around a lot of awesome people. I wasn't in combat, so it was a different experience for me than a lot of people that I'm friends with that went over there.
Yeah.
So I basically stayed on the Air Force Base and medical calls, mortars coming in, starting shit. So it was interesting. I'm sure I loved every second of being over there.
Was it adrenaline that was all day or what?
Adrenaline, absolutely.
Instant adrenaline. You wake up and you're just
for sure.
That's how I imagine any Army, Air Force, any. It's just adrenaline 24/7.
No. As you can see that picture down there, it's not really. I wasn't.
I don't know. Both those pictures look like there's some adrenaline there.
No. It was
holding a gun like that. I'd have me some adrenaline going through my body, dude.
It was hot. It was hot as hell.
That's what I bet with all those layers. Because you have layers on.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
So you know it's hot over there. It's something I've never was the type that would experience anything. I love talking like the veterans and stuff
for sure,
and just getting to know their stories and their feelings. Like my dad was almost in Vietnam, but he was in the Army for a couple of years and whatnot, and he'll tell me stories. But I always like to hear stories, so. But it's nothing that I would probably ever do unless I had to do it.
We've got stories we can talk about.
Save that for later.
Absolutely. The after show.
Oh, we're gonna have fun on the after show tonight. I think we're gonna get you guys to play a couple songs on the after show. If we could get our mics working. We tried earlier. We'll see what we can pull on the after show. Yeah, we'll save that picture for the after show.
Yeah, let's not put that one up there.
Let's pull this one up.
All
so you guys was this before the Chief tributes?
Oh yeah.
Before it. That's at Miller Park.
So Eric played with Kenny Chesney, and that's like we're a little bit after we first met. We got to talk about when we first met too. We got to bring that story up. That's always a fun story. But so you guys came out and you guys played at the tailgate. Let's play a little bit of this video. I'm not gonna play all of it. I'm getting my mouse working. I don't know why they make all these lines so small.
On that road, boy, you better slow this vehicle down. Well, I can picture she was laying there, moonlight dancing off her hair. She woke up and took me by the hand. We made love in my Chevy van, and that's all right with me.
That was actually on the back of Spencer's walking
There
through
he
the
is,
video.
yeah.
That was actually on the back of Spencer's truck. So yeah, but I called you guys out. I'm like, hey, I can't really toss any money, but put out a tip jar and
tip jar and a tailgate. That was
I think you went to the show, didn't you?
Did you?
You ended up leaving. What you?
I had another gig that night.
Or it might have been Nick or somebody went to the show. It might have been you.
Nick definitely went to the show. Nick had a suit jacket on and a cowboy hat. Can't forget about that.
Oh no.
Do you have pictures of that?
I think there was one.
Amazing.
And it's a bold color.
I actually think there was a tip jar going around that Shriver was literally anyone that was walking by the area, you would go up with this tip jar. It's a tip for the band. No, just the tip for the band. And your goal was to make enough money to get us into the concert.
That's true.
Yeah, that was my goal. I just wanted you guys to be able to buy a ticket and go in. So that's all I could really offer. Yeah, I don't have that picture. I did have a picture or a video. It might have been a video that I got rid of where where Nick in his suit and his cowboy hat was showing.
Hey, it was well put together.
I don't know if it was this one or not, but it was. Well, it was like him. It was these boots. It was a picture of these boots. And I was on Trevor's mic. You were on Joey's mic. And we had our boots up in the air. It was the picture I had. It was kind of funny. I wish I still had it, but it was cool, though, to have you guys out there. And we had a crowd. I mean,
that was cool.
You guys played for what, an hour or so? 90 minutes or so?
We had played at Toby Keats in Rosemont the night before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Trevor, are we doing this today? We're not doing this, right? 1 hour of sleep and then turn into that. It was great.
Pretty damn epic,
awesome.
too. I mean, it was a really cool little tailgate, and it was fun. And you guys still had another gig that night.
Yeah.
So it was like, 3 gigs in 10 hours?
That's what it was. Because if we got tickets to go in, we were going to be like,
We
Yeah,
have a trick
Can't
name.
do it.
But you guys,
Trick
you guys
everything.
still, you guys didn't want
We
to.
ended up going to the
Well, that you did the right
yeah.
thing. I
Well,
mean, you did your commitment. I mean, that was
Absolutely.
still the right thing. I mean, yeah, you want to do a little cough and go to church,
But to skip out for
you were
some
still,
church,
I
it
mean, you were
would've
still
been-
up and coming. Still, I mean, you were still trying to work on a name in
we're still
Milwaukee.
trying. We are.
So
Still are.
oh, I know, but you guys are known around here. I mean, you guys are pretty well known. You get started doing some originals, which is nice. So let's talk about that for a minute. I got a
Yeah.
couple of images pulled up over here. So your first original track listing, right? It was a 4-song.
Yep.
I don't know where
EP.
I found that photo somewhere. I don't know who posted it,
And where are
but
you getting these photos? This is MySpace photos too.
it might have been. No, actually, I didn't go on your MySpace today. So yeah, you guys put out a couple songs. Let's see. Actually, got a video and some audio. One of them, you guys doing a cappella
Oh yeah.
before the Bucks game, right? You guys actually got to play in Milwaukee at the Bucks.
At the halftime show, it was talk about. I think I said it about Joe's just a bucket list of like playing places.
Yeah.
To be able to have a chance to play at a Bucks game, a halftime, like we've done the Atrium back when it was in
The BMO.
the
Yeah.
BMO, which was awesome because everyone that's coming in is basically filtering in. You're playing there for all these people. But then we would always say, like, man, what would it be like to actually play on the court?
Yeah.
This Atrium's awesome.
It was
but
cool because you guys have a video on your Facebook page. You guys, if anybody's watching, go ahead and Chief. Oh, no, that was Saddlebrook's page, I think.
Correct.
And it's pretty cool because it shows your whole performer or a couple of your songs, follows you back. And you guys are just blown away that you get to play.
Right.
You get to see the basketball players warming up behind you guys as you're playing. It's cool. I mean,
Joey's taking a solo and Giannis is behind him
Right
taking
there.
a free throw.
I'm like,
Right.
are you impressed? Are you impressed? Are you listening? He's
It
like,
was so cool.
they had
that's still
nothing
in the
to do.
review.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had nothing to do with it.
Yep.
And that's Lindsay sitting front row right there, all by herself.
I mean, there was a lot of people that game. No.
yeah. We played.
Is this one of the Bucks dollar nights? No.
No, which is awesome because it was an awesome season.
And the
too,
Bucks have been doing good, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I remember the day was Brewers is you could go Kenosha as long as you got 10 gallons or more, you got 2 Brewers tickets.
It's true.
That was years ago. I mean,
Yeah, I
Brewers
remember
are
that.
doing good now, but yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
for
that's
sure.
I remember that.
this is years ago,
I
but
remember that.
I remember that. I mean, it's not half as bad as White Sox. I mean, you buy a case of bullets, they just hand you 2 free tickets.
You get on the train, show up at a baseball stadium.
You're a Sox fan, though, aren't you?
No, I'm
You're Cubs-
Brewers.
You're Brewers and Bears.
Brewers and Bears.
You're
The winners.
Packers and Brewers.
Packers and
winners.
Brewers and Bucks. Yep.
Yep.
Nice. So, what made you a Cubs fan?
I'm not a Cubs fan.
Aren't you a Cubs fan?
Brewer fan.
I thought you were a Cubs fan too.
No.
Is
No.
Lindsay a Cubs fan?
No, Brewers. Hardcore Brewer.
Really?
Yep.
I thought you were a Cubs fan.
No.
You're a Bears fan. So, what made you a Bears fan?
Bears. What made me a Bear fan? I think
Living in
fact-
Wisconsin.
I had a Packers starter jacket, I believe.
I had a Charlotte
So I
Hornets.
started out a Packer fan for all of you who don't know, and then came to my senses and became a Bear fan. My mother is a big Packer fan.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend is a big Packer fan, but everyone else,
Your dad's a
they're
big
all
Bears
Bear-
fan?
all Bears.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's nothing really to be proud of, but it's so nice.
You got one great Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, one legendary Super Bowl and then nothing after that.
And I'm not a Bears
If we're talking
fan.
about the Bears, I need to drink.
What are we
little
gonna
bit
do?
more.
We need our bottle.
What are you guys doing to me?
Yeah, we're not gonna get into sports on all that, but I mean, I love seeing the Bears Packers rivalry. I actually just went to Lambeau for the first time when in September when Church played out there,
Oh yeah.
or October or whenever it was this year, and I think it was September. He played out in Green Bay, and that was my first time ever in Green Bay. And like late at night, I kind of walked around and just did my own thing. Like after the show, it was so nice weather, and I walked around Lambeau and just kind of took it in for a little bit and checked it out. I mean, I'll never be a Packers fan, but I respect history. Like a lot of people will go to Wrigley Field in Chicago and
Absolutely.
they respect history. I mean, a lot of history was in that building. A lot of greats have played. So, I mean, I'm a fan of sports. I'm a sports fan, and when it comes down to it, I'm Cubs Bears all day, every day. But I'll always cheer for the lovable losers, no matter what. I'm no longer a basketball guy. I'm out of basketball. I think being a Bulls fan in the late '90s really spoiled basketball for me.
A little bit.
Like
Yeah.
it'll never be the same. I'll watch it. It's not the same anymore. So, but let's play this video real quick. This is you guys playing in the dressing room.
This is right before we went on, I believe.
All right. Let's be-
Out here tonight, dropping like a tailgate, singing like a sunset, feeling alright. So put a drink in your hand, get loud, raise them up, it's going down. Yeah.
Yeah.
We cheered.
Cool.
We cheered for
What's up,
ourselves.
Brian?
So was that line in there wrote for drinking my hand for church?
What's that?
That line was wrote for church, huh?
Absolutely.
Put a drink in my hand. Yeah, I figured it, man. That's awesome. So that's one of your originals. It's cool. You guys had some good ones. I'm gonna play another one here in a little bit. We'll wait a little bit, and I'm gonna play another one of your guys' originals that you guys have. That's probably one of my personal favorites. And it's wrote by a good friend of mine. I haven't talked to him for a while, but
Mr. Kevin Kirk.
Yep, that's him. That's one of my
Shout out to
favorites.
Kevin.
I love that song. There's a handful of different people that have originals, like local bands. I just love. Like Evan Lee has one that I'm just hanging on. It's just I love the song. Like whenever I think you've heard him play it.
I have, and
But it's just a
Right here.
love that.
Yeah,
dude.
he's played it here.
Yeah.
It's just a damn good song, and they just stand out. And The Anchor by Breckin Miles is another one that I love. I mean, it reminds me a lot of Garth, like the dance, but
Sure.
it's still a good song. And talk about local music. We can bring this up. We won't go into details about this, but
Uh-oh.
What's gonna
you
happen?
guys played this show for the choir this year.
Oh yeah.
And this was a fun time. I mean, it was
Yes, it was.
So it was when Eric was here back in March or
Mhm.
April.
Yep.
When Eric played Chicago. The night before we had a little choir party and we had Nick Lynch come out and play, and then you guys played 3-piece acoustic. Bracken played. Who else was there? Oh, Subaka.
Yeah.
Subaka needs to get some originals. We gotta get that boy some originals.
That boy.
Get him in here.
I know, I'm telling you. That's one of the ones he needs. But it was a heck of a show. I mean, everybody was at their A game that night. Lynch put on a hell of a show. You guys were good. I think
fun.
when you guys go into shows as a 2-piece or a 3-piece or a full band, does it definitely alter your set list? Like really, like how do you guys approach these shows when you go in?
Well, if we're talking Chief set list,
I'm talking about Saddlebrook.
All right,
Overall,
all right.
when you go into like Saddlebrook shows and you're trying to gauge and say, hey, we need, like I reached out to you guys and we did Saddlebrook Trio. Like you guys trying to gauge what are we going to play? But you guys, since Chris was with Chris, right? He was with you guys that night. You guys make sure you change the set list mainly for him because I know he sings too. Or
I mean, like this was like a power hour set sort of
Yeah.
deal. So I mean, obviously we get the best foot forward for Trev's vocals, Chris's vocals, and then the three of us.
and Chris just did the stand-up drum, right?
Correct.
And it was awesome. That's
Correct.
right.
Yeah.
I've seen you guys a lot. Well, I mean, we could go back to when we first met at the rave, and I went to see Chris Young with my wife and her friend Stephanie.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
guys opened up for Chris Young. And I remember approaching you afterwards and talking to you because we had a mutual friend, Ashley Evans, and that's the first night you and I met. I pretty much told you sucked.
yeah,
Well, I didn't tell you to your face. I went home and put it on
and
Facebook.
blasted on the internet. Thanks.
You guys killed drinking my hand that night. It just, I mean, you had to work on Springsteen, which you did. And it's amazing. I mean, just you guys have evolved so much, and I mean, it's not like it wasn't a kick in the ass that Church's biggest fan was come up here and telling you that. But
Yes, it was.
you took that. But some people would just be like, "Screw you,"
Sure.
and walk off.
Absolutely.
But you guys
Yeah,
didn't do that.
Hell no.
You shook my hand and you saw me keep coming out, and I kept giving you guys a chance. Kind of your all the other songs were damn good. Just there was something you guys just I don't know the time there was just something about Springsteen that night might have been off.
There were 4,500 freaking people there.
Exactly.
And I think at that moment, maybe it was one of those moments where you're just like, I just looked in the crowd and I'm starting to wig out.
Was that your biggest
Freaking-
show to that date?
Freaking out.
I mean, that's an opening spot. I mean, that was
So that was your
Pretty
biggest show to that date.
That was.
that's it. It's if it's not
That
the biggest, it's
Saddlebrook's
one of the
name was
top
on.
five.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was insane.
And here's what's funny: we were sound checking at like 7:00.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it was like so quiet, no people, no nothing, no activity. We're like going to the dressing room, like, well, this is going to be whatever. And then within 30 minutes, it was like lines and lines and lines of people. And then those you got a picture somewhere. That's just
Well, that was at Chris Lane night. I don't know if that was
there's
Chris
another
Young.
one. That one.
That
That
one
guy.
right
This
there.
one?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this was Chris Young night. Nice.
This was the night. Yeah.
I was hoping I was pulling that picture. I just didn't know.
Bonkers.
So this was Chris Young night then.
That's in
Yeah.
the ballroom of the rave.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
And that was one of the first nights I ever saw you guys. It was
Yeah.
a hell of a good set. Just I think you guys closed with Springsteen that night. I'm like, okay, they really had me going, and then for some reason that song it killed it for me. I don't know if maybe it was just I was drinking that night or something. I don't know if I was. And maybe it was just a mood killer for me, or maybe it's just because I've heard church do it so much. I'm like, I'm just not ready to hear.
Heck, what is this other band?
Well, I think that was the first time I heard a cover of Springsteen too. I mean, because that was like right
It was
after.
pretty fresh. It came out.
That was,
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't long after Chief
Yeah.
was released.
Right.
Because this is way before you guys were ever doing any of the Chief covers. So, I mean,
Right.
this is I don't even know what year that was when I met you guys. I don't even think Jillian and I were married yet. Or it was really fresh.
1940.
Yeah, right. So
Shriver always looks blazed. I just want to.
hey, I try. I got a black eye though. The other eye.
Try.
Yeah,
What's up, brother?
I got a black eye tonight. So, but yeah, that was a heck of a show. Big show. So
Yeah, that was one of those where we walked on, and I was like, "What do we get ourselves into?"
so you try not to look at the crowd when you do that.
Well, I just had no idea that it would be like that night. Like Joey said, we were in the dressing room, and someone was like, "Hey, we got 10 minutes. Let's walk up." So we went behind the stage where you don't see anybody.
Yeah.
You get to the side of the stage, and it was like 30 seconds before you go on. And I just looked out to a sea of people just waiting for Chris Young to play.
Yeah.
Right. So you're there as an opener, and
Because you guys are direct support for Young, weren't you?
Yeah,
you
we
were
were.
the only opener.
No, there was another opener before us.
Oh, there
It
was?
a female singer. She did just her and her acoustic.
That's
And her, I think her acoustic broke.
Yeah, she was having issues.
Yeah, it was. So then we were coming on. We were like,
I wonder if
"Oh,
we got there
man."
late. We must have missed her.
In front of that crowd.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were going on being like, oh, shit. I hope
That was
our
like-
stuff works.
That was the night I saw. We saw Gary Allen at the rave, and Lindsay L opened up, and I did not know who she was at that time. She rocked. This
She's
is years
awesome.
ago.
Really?
Years ago, she opened up for Gary Allen here. Well, you worked for the rave. We talked about this a little bit ago
Mhm.
too.
Yeah. Look at that. Brett Eldridge.
You talking to?
Yeah, I would do the either the pre or post show interviews with a lot of the country artists that came through the rave for 3-4 years.
That is so cool.
That was probably the coolest job I've ever had.
So who were some other ones? You got the other than Brett Eldridge. Who else did you get to talk to?
Oh man, all sorts. Drawing blanks. Craig Campbell. Craig Campbell was pretty awesome.
Well, you guys
during
got
our
to play
interview-
with them too.
Yeah, we got to play that night that I got to interview Craig, and during the interview I was wearing a Randy Rogers hat while I was interviewing. And he
Nice.
was like, "Dude, where's your Craig Campbell hat?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I'm sorry, man, don't have one of those." So he was like, "Come buy the merch. I'll give you one at the end of the night."
He's one of the most down to earth guys,
dude. Just hear this out. This is awesome. So I forget to go to the merch table.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, whatever. Like it was, he was just saying that, you
Yeah.
know? So I was telling my dad about it. My dad lives down in Nashville, and he went to, I think, the Tennessee State Fair or like the Kentucky State Fair, one of the surrounding states. And he went into a room, and Craig Campbell was playing. There wasn't a lot of people there for some reason.
Yeah.
He walked in, and when he was done, my dad went up to him and was like, "Hey, my son interviewed you at the rave, and it was a great show." And he was like, "Did he ever get his hat?" And he was like, "I don't know." So he ended up sending me, gave Craig my address, and he sent me a hat with a letter just saying, thanks. And
That's cool.
like,
Dude.
how cool is that, man? He didn't have to do that.
That's so cool.
So yeah, much respect to Craig Campbell, man. He's a good dude.
I had to pull this picture up. This is your most embarrassing moment when you were interviewing at the rave?
Why'd you have to bring this up?
Well, I saw Tyler bring it up earlier in the chat, but
Oh, that's awesome.
you got to interview Tucker at one point. See, I didn't pull the video. I could have pulled the video off of YouTube.
No, don't
and
do that.
showed
It's
it?
out- It's out there.
So yeah, you can find it on YouTube. But
Oh, man.
someone told you his name was Beat Hard.
All right. So when I was doing these interviews at the rave, I basically went in and had my questions ready, and Tucker was coming through, and I didn't really know too much about him at all.
Yeah.
And I think he was added on the interview like kind of last minute.
Yeah.
So I went up to my boss, and I was like, what's this guy's name? He's like, Tucker. And he kind of looked at me and I was like, Beat Hard? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay.
He's like, we just talked to him a couple weeks ago. We talked to him about that again. We got brought up. He was laughing. He's like, why doesn't the TH apply to me? It applies to everybody else, but why doesn't the TH apply to me? Yeah, there you go.
That was me screwing up. That was embarrassing too, because I was confident in it. And so the interview comes around and like, ready, action. I'm like, all right, guys, we're here at the Wave. We've got Tucker Beat Hard. We're excited to have him. And immediately he's like, I
hate to stop you right
there. It's Bethard. And I was like, I don't want to be here.
Kill the interview right off the bat. But speaking of that,
Tugger was an awesome interview.
Yeah, he's amazing.
We got to hang out afterwards. We were talking about the pool earlier, and I got to give him a tour of the pool. And I think he ruined like a new pair of Chucks in the basement because he stepped in a big old pothole. But it was a good time hanging out with him. Man.
Oh, he's a great guy, and I just want to once again just cheers to the family. And I know they had a rough week this last week, but definitely thinking of Tucker and his whole family right now with everything they've gone through. But it was. I mean, this picture here was Country Thunder a few years back. We ain't gonna. Yeah, it was a fun night.
That was awesome.
Or Jillian trying to get me out of here, and she's trying to find me.
See,
she finally finds me at 1 a.m. riding carnival rides with Tucker.
That's what you do.
I have video. I have video on my phone of you dancing with your wife, and
Tucker coming in.
Tucker coming in and grabbing you, and you're just slow dancing together.
Jillian has it too.
This is nice.
Or maybe it was you. Someone had the video, but Jillian and I were slow dancing. Thomas Brent was on stage, and he was doing Die Happy Man. And Jillian and I were slow dancing, and Tucker comes and cuts in. He goes, I'll show you how you show your man affection. Starts slow dancing with me. I'm like, okay, dude, whatever.
That was awesome.
Honestly, if you guys have never seen Tucker, I mean, definitely one of the best, one of the most downhearted, like down-to-earth guys. The whole family have always been. Casey is amazing. CJ is the backup QB for the 49ers, who's in the playoffs right now. So
what a run they're having too, huh?
Oh yeah,
he was a starter for a while until Garoppolo was out, and he did amazing. I mean, he's a hell of a backup right now. And Duke could be a starter one day.
Oh yeah, they're in good shape.
Clay was a starter. He was a starting quarterback. Was at Long Island University, so he had a future. I mean, the whole family. I mean,
talent.
Grandfather's a Hall of Famer. He was the GM for the Redskins. So.
Good genes.
Hell yeah.
Tyler said he has some video too of that. It was fun. I kept calling Tucker Trevor all night.
Right, and meet Tucker.
Was I?
Yes. That was fun.
First time I ever heard that side of the story.
That was a fun Country Thunder night.
We always talk about Tucker and I would talk about that night where I was calling him Trevor all night, but I never knew I was calling you Tucker.
Oh yeah, it was
Tyler, I hope you heard that one. Let's see I want to see what other videos I have.
Video.
No, we already did that one. We don't need to show that one again. That was me. You're gonna like this one. This one's gonna be fun. I only got 2 more videos left to show. Man, look at that. We're already at 9 o'clock. You guys know we're already an hour through.
What?
See, these every week I start doing these, and these go by so fast.
So where do you cut it off? Do you go 2 hours, 3 hours? What are we doing?
I now that I'm actually on like streaming services, every minute I go over my 90 minutes. Well, actually, every minute I go over 60, I'm paying.
Oh boy!
But I thought you turned that off. Oh, that's me. that's my old man pill alarm. I gotta change it. My 9 p.m. pill alarm. But no, now that I'm doing that, since I was able to actually start Patreon, and I'm thankful once again to all my Patreon sponsors and supporters out there. But so now every minute I go over 60 minutes, I have to pay.
We'll chip in.
But no, you're good.
I
do my 90 minutes live, and then I'll go and do 30 minutes on a Patreon for the people that support us, and that would be just for them, a little bonus show.
Is that where we can play a little bit too?
Yeah,
if we can get it right.
We're gonna play some songs on Patreon later on tonight. So if you guys are not on Patreon, check it out because we're gonna get them playing some songs down here later on, and it's gonna be fun.
How do they get on that?
It's definitely all over the place. If they're watching live, I mean, you can find it. It's actually speaking of Patreon, you guys want to do something fun? I'm sure there's probably a lot of people watching that wanted me to do this earlier.
Guys, thanks for watching too, and thanks for having us.
Oh, seriously, yeah.
This has been
9 o'clock.
Very cool.
So all the people that are out there that does Patreon, if they do $5 or more a month, if they're actually a sponsor of the show, every month I'm gonna do a raffle. And this month I did a really big one. It was really cool. It was like an autographed 8x10, one of the Christmas ornaments that went crazy, like a 45. That's pretty rare. I just went through, and anything I had extras of, I just threw in there. I was like, you know what? Whatever. I mean, I could probably sell this stuff on eBay for hundreds of dollars, but I'm not that kind of guy. I'm like, I'm not going to flip anything. I'm like, I'm either going to sell it for whatever I bought it for, or I'm just going to give it away. I've given away Springsteen 45s with the T-shirt on them. They sell for $300-400 on eBay. I've probably given like 5 of those away.
You've given us countless things as well.
That's true. So, well, I know we trade all the time. Whenever church comes to town, I ask you guys, hey, if you guys come play my house, I'll provide liquor, concert tickets, and party bus every year.
Who would deny that?
Well, this year I provided a limo.
A limo.
So this year I did a limo on the way home.
And those shows were...
Who drove like 140 miles per hour the whole way. She was nuts.
Oh, we have fun. We pack, 60, 70 down here?
Oh, yeah.
You guys play over here?
It's like 1 in the afternoon, and it's on.
Yeah. You know? Oh, yeah. 1 in the afternoon. We got the keg taps. And so if church ever plays Chicago, you guys got to watch out. We fill fast. You got to act on it quick.
And you got to see this basement, man. I mean, you can kind of see it behind me. He's got these guitars, but I think we should do a tour, like have a group down here, a group tour of all the memorabilia that you have.
Oh yeah,
because it is insane the stuff that as soon as Schreiber has down here. He's got stuff from like the first show he's ever been to.
Well, it's like I don't want to say I was a hoarder of church stuff, but I was. I mean, I just never threw anything away. I have a poncho. I have a couple totes in here, but I have a yellow poncho that they sold at like one show of Eric Church's. It was just a generic yellow poncho with the church logo, Eric Church logo on it. And I think it was like 2008. Carla and I were in Jackson, Mississippi at a show, and it started raining, and we ended up picking one up. And they was like all of a sudden had, we have Eric Church ponchos, but
you're like, I'm gonna hang it on the wall
one day.
go with everything.
Oh, Hodges, I don't have an Alshon collection. That's Jesse, man. I was Kevin White. I still got the Kevin White jersey on the wall. So, but all right, we're going to go back. If you're on our Patreon and you see my December giveaway, I'll be announcing January's giveaway next couple of days. I will tell you that one of the biggest things in January's giveaway that I know of right now is a Friday and Saturday night poster from the Gorge. Ooh. So I don't have the pop-up, but I have a Friday and Saturday night Gorge poster set that will be in January's giveaway with some other stuff. I don't know what else. There's some other stuff. All right, we're going to mix these up. You want to draw this name?
Joey?
Ooh, I'll do it.
It's your lucky birthday?
Do I got to look away?
Birthday draw?
Looking away. Okay, hold on. You've got ready? The drum roll.
Oh,
there we go.
This is good.
The lucky winner is Angie Thompson.
She was a write-in. She was our last entry of today. She actually became a Patreon member today.
Then we're gonna call her Angie freaking Thompson.
Angie Thompson, congratulations! She signed up about 2 hours ago.
Congrats.
Actually, you can show the piece of paper. I mean, everybody's name's in here. So
I don't see it, Trev.
I don't see it. It's there. Make it rain.
There was everybody's names tonight, but they're all in there.
Wait,
and
they're all Angie Thompson.
No, they're not.
Oh, what the
You can
hell?
see they're all the other ones were printed.
Well, this one says Kermit the Frog. What's going on?
So congratulations, Angie Thompson. I'll reach out to you, get your mailing address. I got it all boxed up and ready to go. So who did you pick out?
William
Long. Look at that.
Long.
That's a
The
good
man,
one.
the man, the legend, the myth.
You didn't pick out Kara, did you?
No.
No motorboating.
No motorboat. No
So that is definitely a funny story. We were at one of our shows, a 10-year show, and we were all a little lit that night.
Yep.
Just a little. And for some reason, I don't know why, but we started singing.
Springsteen.
Well, you guys were
Changed
singing.
some
Yeah, you
lyrics.
guys were singing Springsteen, but for some reason, some people started singing
motorboat.
on there, and
It's stuck.
it just took on. Yeah, congrats, Angie. That is amazing, Angie Thompson. Congratulations. I don't know if you're watching tonight, but I will reach out to you and let you know.
Angie freaking Thompson.
We shook it up too. That was
Nice.
good. That was a good one.
Kind of like EFC, Arif Blank Church. Angie freaking Thompson.
AFT,
Yep.
AFT in the house.
Make you famous in 3, 2, 1.
So we got 25 more minutes. I got a couple more videos, some more photos. This is cool.
Show the good ones.
This is one of the ones I actually took of you. I mean, normally you got this awesome photographer that's actually documenting the podcast tonight over here,
He's
Mr. Nick
this
Chanel.
way.
One of my good friends, along with Joey and Trevor too. One of the coolest guys I know. We'll have to bring him on the post show. So for sure.
You want to show your face? That pretty smile of yours?
You can come say hi.
Say hi.
I mean, he's in all this old school Saddlebrook promo photos, even though he did them. He's just stuck in them.
There he is. Nick Chanel Media, baby.
But if you guys ever go out and see any, I got a really cool promo video I'm going to show later. He did all the shots for it. I just did the editing of it. That was cool. And it was a cool little promo video that I put together. I'm actually going to reach out to, I was talking to you guys earlier, Rick Welch. Is a guy I haven't talked to in years. But there was a place that church used to play all the time back in the day that I loved. It was probably, I went to their website for the first time today. It was like American Cafe or whatever. And it says the best bar in the world. And honestly, it is the best bar in the world. If the bathrooms are still there, they were like horse troughs and stuff. It was the weirdest thing. I got pictures. My buddy Sean Hilton was there with me. But church played there all the time. Zach Brown Band played there. All these amazing bands would play there when I used to live down there. It's called Rick's Cafe, Starkville, Mississippi. I'm like, if you guys are going to play anywhere, you got to play there.
I got a thing for the South. I mean, it sounds amazing.
Dude, I mean, it's Mississippi State University it's right outside campus. It's one of the, if any of these people are from the Mississippi area, you've probably been to Rick's. I mean, some of the best shows I've ever seen was at Rick's Cafe.
We can go to Brett Favre's house.
He's a little further south.
Yeah.
I never knew you. I was pretty happy about this. I never knew you used this picture as a promo.
Oh yeah.
I saw this. I was like, look at that. I was like, they use it as a promo.
You took that?
Yeah.
Before the Jack Daniels thing.
Yes.
Definitely.
Because I don't think Nick was with you guys at this point.
Oh, he's there.
Was Nick with you? I know my buddy Luke was filming too a little bit, but he forgot to hit record a couple of times.
It happens.
That was right before the show. That was
you were in the tunnel.
That was walking up the ramp.
And I snapped I had a little camera. I was heard of a snapped a quick little picture.
You're like, Trevor, pose.
Yeah, I had nothing like fancy or whatever. I was like, hey, smile, and it ended up making that
was cool.
A Ray flyer down the road. Look at that. I never knew that. See, I always try to dig old pictures up, and I was going through. I was like, "Oh, look at this! It actually made a
look at this."
Let's see what else I pull up. We'll pull this up. This is fun. So you guys have played a few times as Saddlebrook with Lewis Bryce in the area. Lewis is another good buddy of mine, and this weekend this is when we were talking about. You guys, I think, played the rave with Craig Campbell and Lewis.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think Brian Daniels played during the day in the other little bar.
I think so too.
Who was that? Hispanic girl that played.
Alicia.
Yes.
Dominguez.
Yes, she was good.
She's awesome, dude. She's killer.
Yep. Who else was there that show? That was a
lot of people.
Awesome show. Evan Lee played that day.
Yep.
It was 3 stages, and I don't know how many bands it was.
Bunch of bands.
10 or 12 bands. That was a hell of a show.
That was a great day.
That was a lot of fun. That was like the flyer says 2 nights. We played the night before with Lewis at, was it Rival?
Cruising Chubbies?
Rival.
No.
Cruising.
Well,
no.
It turned into Cruising Chubbies for Trevor later on that night.
All right.
Should we show the picture? I found it.
What picture?
I found it. Tyler's going to be like,
God,
you
no.
found it. We were just talking about this last Monday.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Our picture outside of our fun
right
little
outside
bar.
Rivals.
So next door, if you don't know Kenosha, Wisconsin, there is an interesting bar next door to the bar you guys played at, and they shut down early. The bar you guys were playing at shut down early, so Lewis decided to guide us all next door, not knowing what kind of bar he was walking into. It was called Club Icon.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're not gonna really talk about it, but if you want to check it out, check out Club Icon in Kenosha. It's really a good bar.
It was a fantastic night.
It was fun. This is the picture where we took right before he walked in.
That's no comment item number 2.
I would love to see the picture when we're walking out. Well, I know Tyler actually got offered a drink that night, so that was kind of cool.
Is that what you're calling it? A drink?
I don't think he took it up, but hey,
a drink.
Let's see. I got some fun pictures in here. So let's talk about the time that you finally got to meet Church. Joey, you have yet to meet him.
Correct. But I was the recipient of this phone call immediately after, so it was all a great story.
We're gonna bring that up.
Let's bring it up.
Yeah, let's do that.
One of the greatest days of my life.
But I'm
dead serious.
You got lucky
awesome.
though.
I got real lucky.
I love this picture.
We got lucky. Lindsay and I got lucky.
Let me in. I think that was I think that was my picture.
That's
fantastic.
All right. So my meeting of church, I've always obviously wanted to meet Eric, and Shriver keeps saying, "Man, I'm gonna try to one day make it happen." And
Hard.
right, yeah. I mean, we all know how hard it is to get the email that says you've been accepted, right? So we're going down to the CMA Fest, and church is having his fan party, and Shriver calls me up and says, "Hey man, I know you're in town."
Totally just ratted me out.
Why
You
don't-
know we're not supposed to give out that information.
Ah, dang! Can we edit this out? I'm sorry.
You're all good.
I paid him a lot of money. Just kidding. So I heard a little rumor that
Little birdie.
he was going to be somewhere.
That's the same day a little birdie told me about. I think. Yeah, that was the same day. Because I told you about Ernest Tubbs. That was the night he did Ernest Tubbs that night at
Dude,
midnight.
So this just
Year
keeps
before.
going. This is great.
I was there for that.
You guys made it into Ernest Tubbs,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
This is what 17. That
Yeah.
was a whole other.
that was a different.
So
year.
this was a different year.
It's the year after.
Okay, this is the year he did New Testament Me then, because he did back-to-back years at the Bridge Building
yes.
and right there by LP Field.
I'm over here on dates again.
Yeah,
On dates.
I got the guy. So Shriver says, "Hey man, come on out. This is where it's at."
I was like, hey, just
So
chill outside. You never know who you'll run into.
I've been begging him for years, so I go out there and I notice all these people are standing in front of the building, and it's because I think you're only allowed like just whoever gets the pass.
You weren't even allowed to guess or
You
anything.
don't bring anyone in with you.
Just
So
one
there-
person.
So obviously, there's a lot of people outside waiting, for their significant others to
Mhm.
get out. So we stand there and we're like, man, I'd do anything to get in there, So I think Lindsay was like, dude, let's go around back and see what's going on back there.
Yeah.
So we walked around the building where there was no one else there. And there was this glass on that picture right there. So we walk over and Eric is playing facing obviously away from the glass. And so we're facing the crowd. There's Aaron front row. There's a couple other people that we know in the front row. So we just make our way around and they're waving at us. We're dancing.
Well, you were outside with Taylor Hendricks' husband, Mitch, was out there, and Nina's husband, Jason, was out there. I think it was Mitch and
Those two
Jason.
came over. Yep.
Because Eric noticed Jason first, and he said something, and Eric noticed Mitch and invited. He's like, hey, all you guys, just come on in. And invite all you guys in.
Yep. So then we walked around, and I felt bad because we were walking in, and all the people in front were just like, "What? What? Where are they going?" So we get in, and they say, "Drinks. Get a drink of Jack on the house, and enjoy the show." And we walked into Eric singing "Holding My Own,"
That's cool.
and Lindsay and I just like dead in our tracks. Just what do we get ourselves into? This is amazing. So it was like the best sounding. It was a surreal moment, and then. They were like, all right, after he played a few songs, they made an announcement saying, all right, the people that we, graciously let in, can you please leave because the meet and greet is for the church choir members only, So I think that was our cue to leave. And we were like, dude, I can't fucking leave. They're doing a meet and greet.
Well, I think I told you just hang out in the back.
He's like, just hang out in back, like hide behind
you didn't
bush or
get one of
something.
these. Did you get one of these?
I did.
Did you get
I
one of those too?
And so when it was our turn to go up and meet him, we go around the corner and, he's signing and giving it to him.
Cool.
And I told him, like, hey, I don't want that because you let us in.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take someone's,
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
So he kind of laughed it off and was like,
They have extras.
we have enough,
Yeah.
but thanks. And then I asked him, I was like, man, I'm Trevor. I'm nice to meet you. See, I can't even think about like the moment I start stuttering about it. Introduced myself and basically just said, hey, I got to ask you a question. Is it, I'm the singer of the church tribute. And I just want to know what you think about it. And he was like, this is the guy. This is from Joe's from Chicago. And I just about lost my shit.
That's cool.
Because I was like, this guy knows who I am. I felt so good. So
That's cool.
Yeah. So it was a surreal moment. After we left the meet and greet, the first person I think I called Joey, and I was just like,
Well, it was like evening, and like things were very chill in my world. A weekend off with me, it's like it doesn't happen. So I was like I let's just say I was practicing,
Yeah.
totally geeking out. And I'm like, phone call like 10 o'clock. Aren't you in Nashville doing the thing? And I'm like, hello. You got to hear this. Got to hear this. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I think both Lindsay and I walked away that day just like in shock. Like, I can't believe that just happened, because it was just the coolest interaction with them. Just complimenting Chief, you know, and it was awesome.
That's cool, dude. That's cool that you guys like. I even think you came over and was like, "Hey, should I leave?" I'm like, "Dude, just hang out."
I felt bad, man, because I was like, man, they were so nice to let us in, but I was like, you know what? This might be my only shot, too. Our only shot. So.
Yeah,
You're right there.
you don't know. You gotta
You're
take.
right there.
Yeah.
You gotta take what you can get. I mean, because you never know. It was really cool for the first time. I don't know if I've talked about it on the show yet, but I mean, a lot of people are like, "Oh, don't talk about our secrets or whatever else." I'm not trying to talk about secrets, but I saw this year in Birmingham, people actually hung around outside, and Eric came over and took pictures of people outside after a Double Down show.
Wow.
Awesome.
And I'm like, I haven't seen him do that in years.
That's old school stuff.
Like I know this year he was like, before the shows, he was going out
He's really getting
and
out
he
there.
was like kind of
Yeah.
doing the surprise stuff, and he was doing different surprises here and there. But then when I saw people posting pictures out by the buses, where I guess they must have just saw him walking back to the bus or whatever and flagged him down, and it was pretty cool. I mean, just to see that was cool, because like I haven't heard of that for years.
Yeah, he did that in Green Bay too, right? He was walking around.
But that's where you got Spencer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He went out in Green Bay a little earlier and just handed out tickets and meeting people, and he ran into Spencer, and Spencer was with a little kid, and he flagged the little kid down, and trying to see what our pictures. I got some fun pictures of you guys on here. I got some bad ones of me on there too. Jeez,
There's no bad ones.
look at these ones. What are these ones? This is the last time you guys played shows. What song did I come in and murder with you guys? Oh my god, that was Springsteen.
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
Springsteen.
Was that was the last time? Was it last time you guys were there?
That was like an April probably. That was. Didn't you guys go to the Cubs game and just like start early?
I don't know what we were doing, but man, I was big.
That's
I can say that now. I've lost like 40 pounds. I can say
you're
that
looking
now.
good.
But man, it was fun. I'm glad the video never came out. If Nick, you better bury that and never bury it. There's a few videos
I've
in
seen
my
the
life.
video.
It's a blackmail opportunity right there.
No, there's a few videos in my life that I hope never surface. One of them I know will never, and that's a good thing. And that was a couple years ago during the award show, and I had to do a big giveaway with my wife in the basement. It was right after Route 91, and we did a big raffle. So when I first started, I was just drinking Black Label Jack, and I was online. I was giving away 200 prizes. I was drawing the names, and Jillian was helping me. And there's a lot of people out there probably seen this video, and they're going to laugh about it. But I'm pulling these names, and I run out of Black Label. I'm like, crap. And Suvaka, right before that, not far before that, brought me Barrel Proof over, and I never had Barrel Proof before this. And so I was like, okay, I ran out of Black Label. I'm just going to pour me a glass of Barrel Proof. I poured it like I normally would a Black Label drink. Well, about 20 minutes in, I was 3 sheets. I was gone.
How long was it?
Oh, it was about 2 hours, but like the last 45 minutes of it was something that I hope is gone for the rest of my life.
You were upright though, right?
Oh, I interviewed my mom that night. Apparently, my mom was here, and I ended up interviewing my mom on TV or on Facebook Live, and we ended up getting Jillian and I am getting the nickname Archie and Edith for a while, but I'm sure. Well, I deleted all the videos, so I hope they never come back.
They're somewhere floating around out there in the cyber world.
I mean, I'm okay with the Jack video, but that Springsteen video, that's probably pretty bad. But I had fun, man. I'm gonna let you know. I can't sing, but I always would love to have done something like that. But that's why I try to write some songs. But it was just fun, man. Just being able to go on stage, seeing I was on stage at shows on weed with y'all and singing a church song. It was just fun. So
That's how I feel every time we're able to do this.
it's cool. It was cool to feel that, though.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We listen to this music so much, trying to get it right. And you're at the gym listening to it. You're here listening to it. And when you're actually there, like when I'm at the gym, I'll close my eyes and I'm like, listen to music. I'm like trying to vision being at Joe's. This is going to be awesome. And then when you're actually at Joe's and you kind of close your eyes and you open your eyes and you're like, this is actually happening. This is amazing.
There's a fifth of Jack in that picture. I just not noticed that.
Of course there is.
The one on the right.
Well, it fits right in. Whatever's going on, it all fits.
It's cool though. It's cool to feel that. And I'm going to tell you, when like Church brought me on stage and gave me the guitar, it was cool because he was opening up for Toby Keith. It was Tinley Park. It was sold out. 20,000 or whatever, but it was cool to be able to go on that stage and hold that guitar up and hear that crowd and just hear that roar and then just like just a little bit. I got to hang out with you guys and just do a couple of your songs for you. It's fun. It's fun. It's like we were talking adrenaline earlier. It's just the minute you pulled me up there and the adrenaline that I had. And
well, you could be in the front row, like say at Joe's.
Yeah,
1,100 person room. You'd be in the front row for the hour and a half, and the minute you go 6 feet and face the other direction, it's a different planet. It's hard to describe. You just have to go up there, and that other perspective is completely different.
This is the one. I don't know. Nick had one. I think it was one of Nick's pictures or something. He had one where I was like, my foot. I'm there. I'm doing a hoedown.
You get down, boy.
Nice.
Oh, but I had my hat backwards. I had my foot up on the monitor or whatever you guys had right there, the box, and it was like. It was just a cool picture. I was like, all right, that's cool. If I could sing, I'd be even better.
For some reason.
If I was 40 pounds lighter, too.
Now you're ready?
Yeah.
For some reason, if you end up on stage or, I don't know, whatever, we have these little risers you get up on, and you step on them, boom, lights.
Nice.
Under your, you will be a statue.
Just make sure you tell your sound guy Saturday, hey, this guy Shriver gets up on stage at all for a song. Take his mic and just turn it down 3 notches. Because it's normally probably like 5 or 6. If you go down 3, I'll be a little under you. I'll be good. Because that 10-year video.
Your picture is behind the sound booth like a MIA. Like, oh, watch out for this guy.
Exactly.
Doors are at 7, sits at 8.
I'm on the hit list.
And trying for the picture.
I think I was on that list with Church. We won't go into that. We'll save that story for another day. All right, so we were talking earlier about a lot of just kind of looking at some of these pictures we're not gonna be able to get to. There's a good one of you playing football. All right, I want to put this video up for a minute. We were talking about earlier about your originals, everything. You guys shot a music video a while back, and who shot the video?
That was Kevin Kirk. He wrote
the song, but he shot the video too.
He had a crew.
So he's a songwriter. He's down in Nashville now. Great guy, Kevin. Shout out to Kevin.
He's amazing, dude. He's originally from this area. He's partly deaf too.
Correct.
Is he? That's why I was saying. Like talking, he has hearing loss. I know hearing from him, but his sound, his feel of music is phenomenal.
Real natural.
It's amazing. And it's cool because I actually have video. I was going through a lot of the videos of you guys doing this next song that I'm going to play at the tailgate, and Kevin was there watching you guys play it. And to see the look on his face was really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. We've done a showcase in Nashville, and we played that song, and he was there too.
Nice.
So it's fun to be able to play it and have him there. And
it's one of my favorite songs. It's a hell of a good written song.
Well, I mean, it credit to Kevin. He wrote the song, and actually he recorded everything in Nashville. Yeah. And there was a different singer that was singing on the song originally, and he originally wanted us just to be in the music video, like a fake band in the music video. So when we did it, is when he was kind of like, "Hey, would you want to make this your song?" He goes, "You can come in, cut the vocals, and we'll just make this whole music video, and we'll make it for you guys."
He'll gifted us the song for $1.
Awesome.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. It's
amazing.
Awesome. And then has this video, and so we shot it in.
It was a soundstage in
Milwaukee, and then it was on.
You use Iron Horse too.
Yeah.
One of the best hotels. If you ever go to Milwaukee for anything, it might be a little extra cash.
Worth it.
It's worth it. It's a biker hotel, but the Iron Horse Hotel, amazing. Jillian and I've stayed there before.
It's awesome.
It's just cool. They give you a drink while you're checking in. Like they have like this little thing like, hey, would you like a vodka tonic while you check in?
We
Try
do duo shows there sometimes too. Duo,
Do you?
trio shows.
Try
yeah.
if you're gonna go there again and get a drink, get one of their old fashions.
Okay. We're trying to think what we did.
So good.
It might have been for our anniversary, or we were there for maybe Valentine's Day one year. Cause I know we went to the prime rib place. What was that big prime rib place downtown?
Ward's is
Milwaukee?
down there.
Yeah.
Ward's,
I think it was
Carson's is down there. Or
might have been Ward's. We went to Ward's, then we went over to Pato for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we went back to Iron Horse. But it was a badass hotel, dude. It's an amazing hotel.
It's awesome.
If you don't stay at the Ambassador, which Ambassador is a fun hotel, it's a little haunted at times. It's right across the street from the rave. And if you don't know,
things.
if you go to Milwaukee has a lot of history. And you guys call Milwaukee home. I know Joey does, but Milwaukee has a lot of a lot of history. Jeffrey Dahmer comes from the Milwaukee area, but
bring that one up right away.
Ambassador Hotel was one of his places, and it's right across from where you guys play a lot at the rave.
But it's nice now.
It's a nice hotel.
Super
Just don't
nice.
stay in that one room. It'll tell you.
Historic things.
You do know what he kept in his shower, though, right?
A rubber ducky.
No, Head and Shoulders.
Caught me
Sorry.
off guard. I
had to pull that off. All
What's
right,
in
so we're
there?
gonna go ahead and play this video real
Waiting all
quick.
night for that one.
Like the urge for another cigarette comes and goes with every other breath. Girl, your memory is haunting me. When I recollect, I need another fix. Like your touch, I never get enough of it. It's got a hold on me. Yeah, baby, what I need is some hang time in your eyes, every word off your lips. Lost in you, kind of love, seal it up with a kiss. Oh, baby, that's what I miss. I need to feel you in my arms, crashing into my heart. Never knew loving you was gonna hook me like this. Oh, baby, I just can't quit your sweet addiction. I can smell your perfume on my pillowcase, playing on my mind, keeping me awake. Thoughts of yesterday pouring over me. I can feel the hunger running through my veins, calling out to me when I hear your name. It's consuming me, baby. What I need is some hang time in your eyes, every word off your lips. Lost in you, kind of love, seal it up with a kiss. Oh, baby, that's what I miss. I need to feel you in my arm, crashing into my heart. Never knew loving you was gonna hook me like this. Oh, baby, I just can't quit your sweet addiction. You're my sweet addiction. Baby, you're my sweet addiction. All I need is some hang time in your eyes, every word off your lips. Lost in you, kind of love, seal it up with a kiss. Oh, baby, that's what I miss. I need to feel you in my arm, crashing into my heart. Never knew loving you was gonna hook me like this. Oh, baby, I just can't quit your sweet addiction. contain me.
We had a fun
I
party.
haven't
I
seen
wish you
that in a
guys
very
could
long time.
Totally like have heard our Mystery Science Theater 3000 we had going on.
It was great.
During that video. You probably saw a lot of them laughing. So you said you didn't know the lyrics.
I had no clue when he had us in to do that song. He gave me kind of what they were going to be, and went in and you can watch that video and you can tell I have no clue what I'm saying. I'm just up there trying to hide behind the mic.
Actually, the only musician that knew the song was Noel, the drummer.
The rest were just faking the whole thing.
I love it, man. It's a great tune. It's a great tune.
The shoot is 8:30 in the morning on a Monday. We were out doing karaoke the night before, hardcore, and we wake up at like 7 in the morning. Like, I feel like I had a stroke.
To like 15 below too.
Yeah, it was
terrible.
freezing cold, and then we're like, "Are we going? Let's go." So we go.
It was awesome.
And then we're up on
That's
stage.
good.
I think we learned it because like we had takes and takes and takes.
Now, did you ever release that song like on iTunes or anything?
yeah.
So it is on
It's
iTunes. You can
out
get
there,
it
yeah.
with the EP too, right?
Yeah, it's
the
a single.
The EP came
Single.
a few years later.
Are you guys gonna do another one?
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about the EP? Like this, like did it have a good success? How did you feel about the layout, the music on it? Did you like it or were you happy?
Well, I mean, it was us going to. I mean, the studio, Jamie Tate, Ruckus Room. Everybody's been in there,
Nice.
and you get in there and it's like this is. Anyone can say they record in any major city, but you walk into that studio, and first of all, this is
That was Nashville, right?
I'm not trying to. I'm not going to name drop just for a second.
Oh, yeah.
It was Trev and I and Reba McEntire's band. Couldn't have been more cool, more awesome musicians. I played with another guitar player, and she had this drummer, Tommy Harden, band directed. These guys came in and were like, "What do you guys want to do?" Okay, boom, boom, boom. We had like little consultations before each song, and went in there, and they just destroyed it in a great way.
It was awesome.
Especially that bass player. This guy must have been a $130 dripping wet, and
Who
he is.
wrote all the songs for EP?
That's Jesse Rice and various co-writers.
Yes.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool. It was good. It was. I liked your EP. It was a little more poppy, but I liked
It
it.
is.
I mean, this
It
is
was good. It
this-
had good stuff.
If the two singles
you.
we have,
No, like
Yeah.
the acapella I did earlier, that song I played earlier, it was
That's fun.
amazing.
that's fun.
What's going down? I mean, it's amazing. She's So Small Town was another one.
Yeah.
You guys had that was awesome. What are the other tracks that are on there?
Summer Like This. That's
Okay.
that's what's up down south.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of.
Those tunes. I mean, the two singles. What that EP is, what will come next. It's just an evolution point. It's just that's where it was at the time, and what we're gonna do in the future, we don't exactly know what it's gonna be, but I mean, it'll be different from that. But I mean,
Yeah.
like any other band that evolves from one point to another, it seems to make sense. It's poppy, yeah, but I mean,
Well, yeah, but it's
Listen-
what was fitting you guys at the time and who you guys are. Now, if you go to school back in the studio, I think we're gonna get more of a rock album because
Yeah.
you guys, if anybody out there
We
has
were
ever
talking
seen
about
either Saddlebrook or Chief live, and I know you come from like a rock background, you guys are good. I mean, you guys are damn good when you play in Saddlebrook and cover songs because you have a range. And I
Right.
mean, you could jam out to the best. I mean, you remind me of Tom Morello. I don't know if you ever heard that before,
well,
but you remind me so much of Tom Morello from
like
range.
100,000 times.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
I'm sure, but it's just, I've always got that. I mean, I probably could dig it up. I had a picture of you playing like a dime bag, like guitar, and
yeah.
it's just, it's amazing to see you like and see you guys play together because it reminds me of church in a way because Driver used to do so much with dime bag and crank amps
Right.
back in the day. He had his rock band, his heavy metal band that Driver had, and even seeing Driver on stage, it's just, I mean, you could see a lot of that in you guys too. You guys see a lot of that, and I think you'd be good for like a rock country album, like a southern rock. Like I think that'd be badass for you guys.
At least just
2020.
at least just the
Drop
idea
it.
that we will take chances, push an envelope, and not subscribe to like script.
Yeah.
You know, all possibilities basically. So
Well, we are 5 minutes over already.
Uh-oh.
I have a little game we got to play, Hot Seat, and I'm going to show a little promo video that I worked on, and then we're going to go ahead and switch over to the post show. I am going to go ahead and announce next week's show on our exit tonight. I'm hoping I have the graphic that I could do it. Next week, I'm pretty happy because it'll be our first show of 2020, and I got I got one really big surprise, and you'll see who it is. It's one of my good buddies, so you'll see who that is. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I put together today.
Oh, okay.
No, we're going to wait to the hot seat. We're going to close with the hot seat tonight. I never closed with it before. So today I didn't have much to do. Jillian went back to work. I had the boys today, and they were kind of playing around. And I'm like, you know what? I was really happy with the smoke video that we did last week. But I wanted to do something a little different. And I wanted to put together, because like I talked about Rick Welch earlier and Rick's Cafe in Starkville. And I want you guys to get down there. I want something to promote you guys more. And Nick over here, who's doing our behind the scenes tonight, he has shot some amazing video, but I wanted to include more of the choir and just more different things and just kind of take what he's created, what Nick's created, and kind of put a Shriver twist on it in a way.
All right.
So this is what I came up with. So if anybody that was a part of it today, I thank you guys, Frazee, Long, Hardy, Dugan. I thank you guys so much. And there's a little promo for Chief. Sorry, I muted myself a little too early.
But the wind got in my way. I changed my course, but my
This is a little something, a little quick.
Dude, that was awesome.
Quick,
Thank
throw
you.
it together with some little quotes from the choir. And I'm gonna send it off. I get to a couple people. Nick did awesome on the video on that, and I something I want to put together, man, just for you guys, and
Thank
where
you, man.
it
I
has the
appreciate
quotes,
that.
and it will kind of, I mean, it'll promote it.
Yeah,
and help maybe a little bit. I don't know. Just a little promo video I threw back, but it was cool. We had Matt Walsh in there, and I know I had a couple weeks ago. I had Ed Walsh, Matt's brother, on, and Matt loved you guys. He came out to Joe's a couple of times. He loved you guys. He loves seeing you guys, and we're gonna work on something. We're gonna work on something this year. I want to do something for Matt and kind of throw like a little tribute show.
Yeah,
and maybe try to raise some money sometime this year in Indiana for him. We're gonna work on
Cheers
something.
to Matt too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, that's definitely one guy I definitely miss. And so we're gonna close with our little hot seat tonight. And if you guys have seen this before, it's a little 60 seconds. So I'll give you 60 seconds. We ain't gonna go through it, but
my life is the hot seat.
let's see if my music works.
Jeez.
There it is. All right. One lyric from Eric Church that stands out to you.
Smoke.
Only you can listen to one album from Eric Church.
Sinners Like Me.
One song Eric has never covered that you want to hear him cover.
I'm gonna give that to you.
Sweet Addiction.
Yeah. Sweet Addiction.
I am going to say, God, I was such a bias here. I'm going to go ahead and say, man,
You got this.
Dude, come on, Morello.
Give me 5 seconds. Give me 5
Killing
seconds.
in the name of.
No, give me 5 seconds. I'm going to say Whipping Post, Allman Brothers.
Dude.
Oh,
That'd be a good one.
Nice.
That'd be good, dude. That'd be awesome. All right. Who's your dream opener for church other than Chief or Saddlebrook?
Nice question.
Nice.
Go.
Open.
We're out of 60 seconds. Just like that. See? It goes by so quick.
Can I still answer?
Yeah. Oh, dude, we got a lot more to go.
Done. Do it.
Oh man.
Dream opener for church other than Chief or Saddlebrook.
Can we call it a double bill?
Yeah.
We're going to take Nick's. It's Luke Combs.
Luke Combs in church
Double
together?
bill style.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I know some friends that saw him in Atlanta, but they said Luke was off that night. I think it'd be good because I know Luke has studied church
For sure.
and he has grown up with church. And I think it'd be. I know a group of my friends just saw him together, but I really think and I really would love to get out to this North Carolina show that they're doing this year, or in 2020, him and Luke together.
Yeah.
God, I think it'd be good. I
think
think
so, too.
Bill. I think those two.
Can I say Jason and Isabel?
Isabel would be good.
How awesome would that be? Those two.
I still don't know who my dream opener would be. Like, I would love to go back to like Jonathan Singleton was good. Kip.
Kip would be
Honestly, right now, well,
Kip's
Kip was good when he
Kip's
opened up
awesome.
for him. Honestly, just for who he is and what he represents right now in his music, if I had picked my favorite opener for church, it'd probably be Tucker. Like, I think Tucker would be a great
awesome.
opener
especially this coming year.
for church. Oh yeah, for sure. And now they kind of have something in common.
sure.
They both lost their brother within a year.
That's
apart.
insane.
And it's
Insane.
crazy how it's happened. I talked to Tucker a couple weeks ago before all this happened, and he's talked to church, hung out with church for years. I mean, his dad's worked with him for years.
Yeah.
He's actually signed to churches and Arturo Bernhara, wherever his name is, publishing company. So, all right, your least favorite Eric Church song?
You got one?
I got one.
Is it a trick question? Let's see. Least favorite to me. Yeesh. You know, it's funny. When we started talking about putting this band together, it's a long answer to a short question. I was, probably late night after bar, whatever, and I put up a post on Facebook randomly. It was just like, does church write any bad songs? I think not. So I'm gonna go curveball and say I don't. You stumped.
You know that one?
Not really.
Mine's Kill a Word. I love what it stands for, but I don't like
really?
Kill a Word. I love what it stands for. I just don't like the song. I don't know why. I just don't like it.
It might
I'm
hit
not a
you.
fan.
It might hit you later. Who knows?
Well, that's how I was with Hometown. The first time I ever heard of
Right.
Hometown, I wasn't a fan, but I saw it live, and I'm like, oh,
Talk about your live.
Okay,
Real
quick thing.
quick.
yeah,
Quick
yeah.
thing. So we played out in Denver, did the post show of Grizzly Rose this past May, and I was we drove out there, took the equipment out, met our bandmates, blah blah blah. Point is, like, my sleep pattern's insane. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's nothing. So these guys were going to the show, we got tickets, blah blah blah, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna chill in the hotel on a Saturday night in Denver. I'm like, let's go to lunch, let's do this. I'm gonna hit the reset button. I'm just gonna, do a nothing night. So we go to the lunch deal and we go to the Pepsi Center and pop-up stores there, and there's bags and there's bottles of booze. I'm starting to get that itch.
Yep.
And we start walking around. And I'm like, I can't, that chill at the hotel thing, that's not me. Like, let's go to the box office. Well,
Even if your nosebleeds.
Right. And I start going
Anything.
on Facebook group. I start getting the itch real bad now. So I start going on Facebook groups. I start going to Craigslist looking for tickets. And I'm like, I'll spend whatever. I don't care. Now I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's start.
vested.
Let's start by going to the box office and let's see what's available. So we walk up there and we're like, what are the chances you have any pit tickets left? The game changer experience. She's like, hold on. Do. Well, I have 3. And I'm like, here's the money. I don't even care. Let's go. So I got
Here's everything the band made at Grizzly Rose last night.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
Worth it.
I got a pit ticket and I went with Nick, and I don't know. It's speechless.
Did you do that show that night or no?
I was there.
You were there?
He
But
was,
not
there.
Pit?
He was there.
We weren't Pitt. It was I think a birthday present from Lynn's that I
Nice.
got. We were like 8th row dead
Yeah.
center behind.
Oh, sweet.
not-
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
So we were so excited. We're like, man, we got these killer seats. Like, Joey, you got to go to the show. And then all of a sudden, he ends up in the pit and ends up in tears in the first song.
Smack dip right in the middle. Right
as
in
I
front.
was.
Yeah.
Peyton
It is.
Manning there taking shots.
Crazy.
That was
It's crazy.
That was
It's
nuts.
just so crazy.
that was nuts.
All right, number 6. We got through what 3? I think
was
we
a
got
long
through
hot
3 or
seat.
4 in 60 seconds. All right, we're gonna ask you that ones because the first 5 I always do. I always try to do the first 5 church related, and the other 5 I try to do more personal. So, what song do you wish you wrote? I'm gonna ask both of you this question.
I got mine.
So if you all right, you got yours. Go ahead. What song do you wish you wrote, Joey?
Kill a word.
Here's a skill word.
Not a church song, just any song in the world,
Any song in the world.
any song that you wish you wrote.
Black Dog, Led Zeppelin.
Nice. Trev?
Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Ooh, okay. That's a good one.
It is a good one.
That's a good one. All right.
Considering you
Mark.
Illinois people are,
Almost legal.
Almost. A couple more days.
Almost.
What has been the furthest place Chief or Saddlebrook has ever played for or played away from home? So the furthest place from Milwaukee that you guys have ever played.
Besides Canada,
Country Thunder, Arizona.
Country Thunder, Arizona.
Nice.
Joey and I drove cross country.
And we took the southern route.
It was fun.
Big time.
So you guys normally play Country Thunder, Wisconsin every year.
Yeah.
So is Arizona just kind of was thrown in one year, or
That was a bucket list thing.
Yep.
Again, the bucket list.
Yeah.
When I was stationed down in Tucson, I would go up to the Scottsdale, Phoenix area and go to Country Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember just thinking I wanted to go again.
Did you send an email
once I
and
got
say,
in
"Hey"?
Yeah. I was like, dude, we played at Country Thunder this many times.
Dude, Church is playing
I
Country
was-
Thunder, Florida.
Florida.
It's
Well,
new
let's
this
go.
year. First year
I
Country
think there's
Thunder's
a
in
couple
Florida.
new ones. I
Two
think
new
there's
ones.
there's in like in
Couple new
Iowa.
Outside of Orlando, Church is playing Country Thunder, Florida this year.
That's
I'm gonna send off an email.
Get on
tonight.
that bill. I'll
Tonight.
ride down with you guys.
All right.
I'll be our roadie for a day.
Who wants to go? Let's go to Florida. Let's get a bus.
All right, let's see. Before we have to end, I know we're already way over, but we got some more questions, and we're gonna end with the
All
hot
right.
seat. All right, number 8. Who has been the biggest? Oh, they want you to play Toronto instead of Ottawa.
done.
Deal.
We connected.
Deal, Travis.
we connected in Toronto. It was an interesting scene.
No,
With
really.
flights. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, who has been the biggest diva you have ever opened for? And you can't say Lewis Bryce.
Biggest diva.
Biggest diva you ever opened for?
As our configurations, band configurations.
Yeah,
Us?
as
Okay.
Saddlebrook.
Okay.
So, have you dealt with any like diva-esque groups or artists, or has everybody been pretty open-hearted to you and welcoming?
I think personally, I've never had a bad experience or seen
Really?
kind of diva in it. Nah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Joey?
I think the country genre is pretty well. Working at the rave, there's
Yeah.
rock, there's there's hip hop, right? All these different EDM, all these different genres. And doing the country interviews, I got to meet these guys, and I would say just about all of them were amazing, like very welcoming, and didn't get any weird vibe.
It also helps to have a ample amount of backstage libations,
Yeah.
and no one seems like a diva. So
Yeah, exactly.
no, it's been good. It's been really good.
It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome. What's your dream gig? If you gotta pick like to be on one bill or just your dream like venue to play, what would it be?
To play with Eric Church at Joe's Bar,
Or to play with
the
Eric-
Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, there's those two. I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, if we can tour with Dude, and we got to do Red Rocks.
Play Red Rocks?
Yeah,
How amazing would that be?
I mean, when we were out in Denver and Luke Holmes, we were gonna stay that extra Sunday.
Yeah.
and go see Luke Holmes, and then we were on our way back, and all we were doing on the way home when we were stopping was looking at those pictures. I mean, it's a Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Crazy.
it's like you can either shut it down for the weekend and go to bed and just order pizza and cash out, or you can go have your life change at a Luke. I mean, just those pictures are out of control.
Well, that's
Gotta
like
happen.
when Church announced the Gorge on my birthday this year. I was like, I
That
gotta
too.
do it. I gotta do
Yeah, wise move.
Some
Wise
shows
move.
you got to do,
it.
and for you, it's been a lot of them.
yeah.
Yeah. How many is it now?
I think I'm at 165, 164. So
Oh, man.
we'll see. I'm getting up there. All right, last one. Biggest crowd you ever played for? So you said Chris Young was probably like the fourth.
4,500
4,500 was the
I think
biggest crowd you've ever played in front of.
as our bands.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Together, you
That's
two
it.
together.
That's it. Us
That's
two
it.
together. I mean,
Well, you said that was like
what
the
was
fourth or fifth.
Summerfest for you? What was your biggest? I mean, Joey's been playing music.
Yeah.
I've been singing since I got out of the military in 2008. That's
what's the-
basically this guy has been in music. His
So what's
whole
the biggest crowd you've ever played in front of?
I'm like,
There's
it's
so-
really tough right now. No,
There's a lot of big Summerfest, and
you were there. You
I
were there.
was-
It was 9,000 people at Peter Frampton.
You
We
opened for
opened
him?
up for Peter Frampton. Like
What band were you in?
No Quarter, Led Zeppelin tribute band.
Nice.
And it was like 100 million freaking degrees, and I didn't even care. It was
9,000.
awesome. It was like a Friday afternoon at like 6 o'clock, and it was. I've got some really rough pictures, like kind of granulated sort of thing, and you cannot see any surface area. It's just bodies.
What stage was it at Summerfest?
Classic rock stage, BMO.
Okay.
Before they built out the amphitheater, and it was just like a stage.
Yeah.
And it was another one of those things you pull up and you're like, oh, this should be cool, kind of an afternoon thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it got to be like 5:30, 6
Bonkers.
o'clock, and it was like a freaking sea.
You should get Chief at Summerfest. That'd be a hell of a good show.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
You can't get church, so they almost had him last year.
Really?
I knew the guy
All
that
sorts of country there.
Well, I knew the guy that was booking for him for a while, and I don't know what happened. Something happened between them and church, and it just kind of fell out. He was supposed to play. Instead, they got Ozzy on the reunion show or the farewell tour.
Nice.
So they got Ozzy instead of church.
Nice.
So, well, we thank you guys for tuning in. We are 21
Thank you.
minutes over schedule tonight. We are going to switch gears over to our post show. I want to thank Joey and Trevor both for joining me tonight. I got to thank my Arlo Revolution, who were presented by Joelle and Art on a Higher Wire. You guys got to look at her stuff. Just amazing. Janet Sloth, Creative, all of our sponsors, all of our Patreons. This is amazing. Get on next month's giveaway. Once again, Angie Thompson, congratulations on this month's great giveaway. Our last minute add-on is it's crazy how those things work. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And
We'll see you Saturday, right?
it's been fun. I think I'm going to be out there Saturday. You going to be there Saturday?
I think so.
See.
What's this here? Is my music going to play?
There it is.
I hear it eventually. All right, if you're on Patreon, join us on the post show. We're coming there next. Oh, wait.
The Gainin Fast on Memphis.
Next week.